Hi there, this is Pam Wendell with BushcraftOnFire, and today I'm just sitting out here in the yard and I'm gathering up a bowl of duck because I wanted to show you a nice recipe with just 3 ingredients. But before I get on to making that video, I wanted to talk with you a little bit. Many of you have shared with me how you're living in an area where you don't have access to wild edibles, or you're just generally concerned about getting healthy greens into your diet. So I wanted to share with you today a product from Dr. Ben Kim. It's called 100% Organic Wild Crafted Whole Food. Now, this isn't going to be a commercial of any sort, so I'm just sharing with you when we come across something that's not just only healthy, but good and at a great price. I want to share it with all of you, our viewers. Imagine if you were able to buy 22 different kind of plants in one jar. But not only that, inside of here he lists 2 different types of algae, he lists 5 different sea vegetables, there's 7 different enzyme complexes that comes with your calcium, as well as the entire range of your vitamin B complex. And then on top of that, imagine 41 different natural compounds, probiotic mixture. Now this entire jar, it's huge, is only $44, and when I wrote to Dr. Ben Kim and asked him if it was okay if I did a video on his greens, I asked him if this was the only food supply somebody had, could they live off of it? And actually his answer was, for 53 days you could eat a tablespoon of this a day as long as you added some sort of calorie. Even if it was dry crackers or trail mix, you could live off of it. That's how awesome this product is. And I also got from him a vitamin C, and that was just to basically for me to share with you. I was kind of surprised when I googled it out on the internet that most of the vitamin C all of us pump thinking we're doing our body a favor is really synthetic. And you may be wondering, how does one go about figuring if their vitamin C is a natural substance or not? Well, check your ingredients, and if it's not made of acerola cherry, it's a synthetic product. And in this jar here there's 87 servings, and that's only $29. So do yourself a favor, if you're looking for vitamin C, get the real deal. So here they are together. You can see the sizes of the bottle in comparison to my hand. They're huge, and for people who don't like taking powder, mixing it in with their juice, you can also get the capsules from him. Hi there, this is Pam Wendell with BushcraftOnFire, and as I was sharing with you earlier while picking some duck, I wanted to show you a very easy 3 ingredient meal you can make and eat while you're on the trail, or make and take along with you on the trail. So without further ado, this is a little bit of beef jerky, and what I'm going to do is simply open the package. Alright, what I have on the fire today is my Geo bottle. These are super handy. You can just pop them up hang over your fire, make your food in them, and then if you're not up to eating right away, all you do is turn your lid back on it and pack it along with you. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just simply breaking up this piece of jerky here, and while the water heats, the jerky will swell back up again and get softened. Now what I'm doing is simply taking the duck that I picked and just chopping it up into bite-sized pieces to add into my Gia bottle. This little handy tool came also from Gia Designs, and if you can see on this edge, it has a saw. And this edge you can use it for scraping, but you can also chop with it. So it's very handy, easy to put in your pack, and flexible. Just a handy thing to take on the trail with you. I'm going to drop these into the bottle, just sort of squish them in a ball, drop them in. And so I'm going to use the sport, push down my greens under the water, and we're going to wait for this to come to a nice rolling boil. The third ingredient that we're going to be using today is instant rice. Now I don't know if you're anything like me. When I cook up supper, I'm always cooking up extra. You never know if you're going to have unexpected guests, and leftover rice is always a good thing to have as well. The last time I cooked rice, I deliberately cooked extra rice just to try to test something out. And what I did was I have this dehydrator here. This one is called a Nesco food dehydrator. This one came from Walmart, and what I did was I cut out portions of wax paper, cut a hole in it for this part to slide through, and I put all my extra rice on these layers. As you can see, they open up into several layers, and I ran it overnight, and by morning I had instant rice. An easy way to make instant rice. And once you've got this figured out, how to make instant rice, you can add your own spices to it. You can add dehydrated vegetables and start mixing yourself up your very own trail mixes with, done to your taste. Alright, I've measured out 2 cups of instant rice or dehydrated rice, and I'll be pouring that into here. Get my little spork here, push it down. It's amazing how much can fit in. So I've already have 2.5 cups of water that I boiled in here, my jerky, my dock, and 2 cups of rice. So I'll put it here. Just make sure this is still hot. The wire's now been removed, and now I'm just sliding this part over the neck of the bottle. Put my lid on it, snug it up. Now I can take this along with me and have it later, or I can just let it rest for 5 minutes and enjoy it now. 5 minutes are about up, so we're going to take a peek inside of here. It's not as hot anymore. Oh yeah, nice, fluffy. See if I can tilt it for the camera. You see it? Okay. Now I'm going to test them out. I'll use my handy little squishy cup here. You can see some of that jerky came up. I'm going to stir it around here. Alright, digging out some of the greens here. And we'll test that out. See if I can bring it in closer to the camera. Now it's time for a test trial. I've got my rice, my greens, and a bite of jerky. Now that's really good. Now the reason you put your jerky in first while your water is warming up is to reconstitute the jerky, and it takes out all the spices that, if you've made your own jerky, which is far better, it'll take the spices right out of the meat and make the meat real tender. Then you add your greens, let your greens get tender, add your minute rice, and let it sit for 5 minutes, and comes complete with all the seasonings. Great little meal for on the trail. I'm Tam Wendell with Bushcraft on Fire, thanking you for joining me for yet another cooking video. Hope you enjoyed it. Really appreciate your ratings and your comments, and most of all, your viewership. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon on another video.